Hey guys, how is it going? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If this is your first time checking out Chula Divine's channel, what is up? I am Amy. If you are returning, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So this is another reading of the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. I have to say that from the last reading, which I think was on the 26th, or was it? Yeah, on Boxing Day, when I channeled the last one. I really feel like there's kind of an energy shift that has happened both with the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, but it's also this different vibe feeling that I got when I was picking up in my journal. So, um, I just really feel like there's just something different about this reading that you guys are gonna notice compared to my last couple readings. Because overall the messages that I was getting, that I was picking up, that I was channeling might not be what you expect. So just bear that in mind. Let's just get into this. Let's get started. Hopefully it resonates. If this is your first time checking out my channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get started. So I'm going to start off with you, Divine Feminines, because I feel like your message for today, or what's going on with you guys, is from, the last reading, which was on Boxing Day, the 26th. I feel like you guys have walked away. And what I say walking away, I feel like you have really sat with this decision. You've really sat with this choice. And it's not, what I feel is, it's not that you don't want Divine Masculine. It's not that you don't need Divine Masculine. It's not like you don't love them or miss them. It's just holding on to them, holding on to that connection, holding on to that, who they portrayed themselves to be. You're kind of in this place where I feel like it just became too much, and you knew that the only thing you could do right now was walk away. So I do feel like some of you have already made this process of disconnecting yourself from your DM, and some of you are, at that first step of saying, you know what, like, I can't do this anymore. I can't wait on my DM. I can't wait. Like, I can't sit here day in and day out waiting on that message to come through. So I feel like the Divine Feminine, where she's at right now, it's, you have disconnected yourself. Some of you have actually literally picked up and walked away and said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't wait on you anymore. I can't sit by my phone. I can't wait. Like, I can't wait for the phone call. I can't keep looking out my door, looking out my window, waiting for you to knock. Like, I physically, emotionally, mentally just can't do it anymore. And that is what I honestly feel for the DF, is that you just got to this point where, like, the pain of missing your DM, the pain of feeling like you're unworthy, it just all became too much. And again, like, in my notes, the last thing that I said was, you still miss DM, but it's you're just no longer waiting on that communication, DF. All right. So some of you could even be entering into something new. So this is a new relationship. This is a new commitment. A new offer of some sort is coming through for the Divine Feminine very strongly. So I don't know if it's like you disconnected yourself from your DM and then you got another offer, but there's something going on over here with you guys. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's your choice, what you want to do. I know it's a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, twin flame reading, but I do feel like you just got to this point where, like, that loneliness feeling was kind of eating you up. And it's like, as much as I love my DF, as much as I want to be with my DF, as much as our DM, as much as I want to have a relationship with them, I physically, emotionally, mentally just can't wait anymore. And I feel like some of you really want love that you're going elsewhere to seek for it. I don't know if that's relating to someone, but that was what I was picking up really heavily for your reading today. Yeah, see, like, I feel like in order for you to be in union with your DM, you have to explore other options, other offers coming in. It's kind of like you don't want to, not only do you not want to waste a minute DFs, it's kind of like, what if I sit here and I wait on my DM and I wait on my DM and I wait on my DM and, he doesn't come back. And then, I'm lonely, I'm, sad. And it's like, and I miss out on all these other offers or communicate. Like, what if I don't take these other offers coming in? What if I don't take this other commitments that are coming in? And it's kind of like you're on the fence because you want to go and explore, but you still want your DM. So it's like, what do you do? Right? So I do get a sense that divine feminines are kind of in this place of, one, being on the fence for sure, but two, it's, you want love. And you're tired of waiting for your DM to get off his ass and get his shit together. And I'm sorry to say it that way. But that's what I feel for the divine feminine. Like, she's in this place where I've been picking it up the last couple readings. Divine feminine is in a healing process. She is forgiving. I feel like she's not only forgiving her DF or DM, but she's forgiving herself. She's forgiving herself for allowing it to go on this long. She's forgiving herself for, putting those walls down. She's forgiving herself for, everything that has basically gone on in her life. It's kind of like, in order for her to grow, in order for her to evolve, she needs to heal. She needs to let go. She needs to forgive. And I honestly feel like that's where, she needs to make peace. And that's where divine feminine is right now. She's not, okay, so ghosting is definitely coming up for the divine masculine, but it's not, I don't feel like DFs are ghosting the divine masculines. I feel like they are standing up for themselves. They are, looking at life a little differently. They are looking at the situation a little differently. They know that they have to disconnect from you in order to become better versions of themselves. And that's what I feel for DF is that, you're making room for better and bigger things to come through. And I feel like this is just all part of the journey, guys. It's all part of the process. Again, it does not mean you don't miss your DM. It does not mean you don't love them. It means something within you need, I don't know if it's just change of scenery, if it's just, you need to go over here and see what this is about. But it's kind of like you waiting on your DM is kind of, I don't want to say it's killing you, but it's kind of leaving you feeling again like you're unworthy. You're feeling unlovable. You're feeling like, what the heck's wrong with me that my DM's not coming towards me, right? So it's being in this place of saying, you know what? I need to do some quiet time right now. I need to do some meditation. However you ground yourself, however you bring yourself back to reality, that's what divine feminines are doing right now. So I don't necessarily feel like they're ghosting you because they don't care DMs. I feel like they're just on a different wavelength right now for some of them, on a different pathway. Divine feminines, they have to trust, and I know trust is a huge thing, especially when someone breaks our trust, but it's like, not only do you have to trust that the DM is going to do what he needs to do to come back towards you, but you got to trust in yourself that you're going to make the right decision for you. You got to have hope. You got to have faith. Because we have been through too much, DFs, to turn back right now. We have, picked ourselves up from rock bottom. And I would just hate for you guys to give up on yourselves now for anyone. So that is what I have for DF. It's very strong. Like this disconnection that I'm feeling, I feel like you're disconnecting from people, DF. Again, it does not just have to be for the divine masculine. I feel like this is the disconnection from a lot of people, but you're just in this place where you're saying, you know what? I need to take care of me right now on every single level in order for me to be the better version of myself, because I don't feel like you guys have been the best versions of yourself. I feel like you're putting all of your time and energy trying to get the DM to come back, but the DM's not in the right state of mind to come back, and you're not in the right state of mind to have the DM come back. that makes any sense. But that's what I'm picking up for you guys, for your DFs. All right. So moving into the DMs, like I said, it was kind of, I don't want to say the DMs are angry. Angry, it was coming up a little bit. But I don't believe that the DM is angry at you. He's angry at himself for sure. He feels rejected. And I feel like what's going on is that once you disconnected and you kind of said, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not paying attention to your social media. I'm not paying attention to your text messages. I'm not paying attention to your energy. I'm disconnecting everything. I'm just going to get you out of my brain. I'm not going to think about you. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to work on my business, whatever it is. DFs, the DMs have now felt that disconnection. It's kind of like they've been going on this energy roller coaster or something where they felt you connected to them. So they never had like this urge to really come towards you yet because they knew that you were still connected. But it's like now that there's this disconnection going on, they're being pulled back to you. And that's what I honestly feel is that, I feel like right now as I'm speaking to you, I am the DM, okay? And I feel like I am literally being pulled into my divine feminine. Because it's like, if I don't go after what I know is meant for me, I'm going to lose that. And that's where I feel like the DM is. So some of the things that I have to hear were, disconnected from you, ghosted by you. The tables have turned, the divine feminine have turned the tables since the 26th. So whenever you're seeing this, I feel like the divine feminines have turned the tables on the divine masculines, okay? Again, they don't feel your energy as strong as they used to. They've been checking your social media. There's stuff here about text messages. So what I have written down is that, the DM sits there and he grabs his phone and, he goes into his contacts and he looks for your name and, your name pops up on the screen or whatever. And, he starts writing that text message. He's, could just be, hey, like, how are things? I know I haven't spoken to you in a while. Or, he could just go right into it and say, like, I miss you. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. This is what's been going on. Or he can just be like, whatever the message is. But the thing is that he's still not sending that message. DM is too afraid to press the damn send button. Well, that's a problem because he even, like, I have the other scenario where he literally has your phone and he has not your phone, hopefully, but his phone, and he has your number ready to dial. And all he has to do is press that little green button or whatever it is to, call you, and he's not doing it. He's not doing it. So he's angry at himself. I can just hear him, contemplating, like, why can I send this text message? Why can't I call her? Like, why is this so difficult? Why is this so hard? Like, why can't I do this? Why can't I just tell her how I feel? And again, like the whole checking social media, he may see that you're, going on dates or, associating with other people. And it's like, he's got all these thoughts. Well, she's moving on. She doesn't care about me, so why would I reach out to her? Why would I talk to her? Right. But I'm not saying that you guys are doing that for show. You guys could totally be doing that to get to your DM. But he doesn't, like, he sees it completely different than what you're seeing it. He's like, oh shit, man, like she's going out, she's living life, she's doing this, and I'm stuck. Like, I need to reach out to her, but if she's seeing other people, like, then what am I supposed to do, right? Like, that's what I'm feeling. And he's just kind of really in his emotions right now. It's kind of like, why was I so afraid? How could I let this happen? So for me, that just says that, like, he was so afraid of the connection. Again, I've said this before, because the connection was real. It was intimate. Like, what he felt for you, he hasn't felt for anyone else. And that scared him. And I'm not making that an excuse, because I totally know how that feels to be ghosted. But I don't honestly think that the DM ghosted you guys out of hate, or, he ghosted you because, he didn't like you or he didn't care about you. It was the complete opposite. He ghosted you because, what he felt for you was something that he's never felt before. And I have said that before on this channel. I have said that before on a couple of the other readings, and I'm still picking that up. It was not because he did not care about you. It was not that because he did not like you. It was because the connection was too intense for him at that time. Okay. So, like, two more things that I picked up was that, like, the DM, he wants to be the bigger person. He wants to come forward. He wants to take a risk and explain. But that's the thing, DF, he hasn't, right? And I don't blame you for walking away. I don't blame you for wanting to heal. I don't blame you for wanting to, start that process of, just working on you. You totally need to do what you need to do at this time. So I'm not hating on you guys. Everyone has their own, time frame. Everyone has their own, way of dealing with this sort of things, but just know that during this time, DM's just reaching out and saying, just don't give up on me. All right. So again, like I said, I definitely feel like there's some energy shifts, some different vibes going on, some different messages from the last time I was reading for you guys, but it's pretty much a long closing, so I'll read that to you and then we'll see how it resonates for you guys. Okay, so for the closing, I had put down, it's interesting what 24 hours can do. This reading was different on so many levels for me. Energetically, the divine feminine seemed more peaceful, where the DM seemed to feel neglected. Sometimes things happen and we can't control it. All we can do is roll with it. So this is a message for you, DM, that I picked up. You're feeling it now, aren't you? Not being in control, not having the upper hand anymore. The disconnection you're feeling as your DF slips away because you haven't done what you needed to do. Fear is one word I can describe about you. Fear the choices you made. You're fearing the choices you made. If I can speak, fear the choices you made. The decision to walk away from DF was out of fear, yes, but you were selfish. You knew what you were doing and you did it anyways. Now, during this process / journey, you've had to face this day knowing DF would walk away. That lonely feeling, that pain, ask yourself, DM, are you willing to lose her twice? So this is a message for you, DF. You've sat with yourself. You've questioned your worth. Am I worth having? Am I worth anything to anyone? You've cried so many tears for your own. You cried so many tears for your DM that now you're just a blank canvas. You've picked yourself up from rock bottom, looked yourself in the mirror, makeup running, and asked yourself, why am I always crying over someone who walked away? Why do I care about someone who didn't care about me? And you started this self-healing process, which led you to here to me today. You are or have disconnected from DF, but it's not because you don't love or miss them, but because something inside of you told you you need to love yourself more. So where does this leave divine masculine and divine feminine? Divine feminine, you keep working on you emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. You keep going through the healing process. DMs, step up your A game. You have to prove actions speak louder than words. So this is my final say to you guys. And I found this on, I don't know where I saw this. It's kind of like a quote, but I felt like it needed to be said. So when connections are real, they simply never die. They can be buried or ignored or walked away from, but never broken. If you've deeply resonated with another person or place, the connection remains desperate. Oh my gosh, I can't read tonight. If you deeply resonated with another person or place, the connection remains desperate any distance, time, situation, lack of presence, or circumstance. If you're doubtful, then just try it. Go and revisit a person or place and see if there's any sense at all of the space between now and then. If it was truly real, you'll be instantly swept back into the moment it was before it left. During the same year and place, with the same wonder and hope, comfort and heartbeat, real connections live on forever. I'm praying for you guys. Until next time, Like, subscribe, tell me how it resonates. Tell me what's happening. You guys know I love you. With that, be safe. I probably won't be back on here till after the new year. I've got to, play catch up with some other videos. But again, I'm praying for you guys. I'm here. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.